Weihrauch HW100 Bullpup AirGhandi review. Servus, thanks for dropping in. Yes, I know I often say it, but it is exactly that this time. It's an epic highlight. Why not sooner? That's a very good question. The Weihrauch HW100 Bullpup came out in 2019, so it took 3 years until I'm finally reviewing it. That's why today I won't hold back anything. We'll take a Crony test, a trigger test, a shooting test, and something new many of you asked for. I bought a noisometer, no clue, sound level meter it says here. So we'll also check how loud the gun is since you asked for it. I tested it and it seems to work properly, so in the future this will be part of the reviews. So much for that. Now back to the highlight, the Weihrauch HW100 Bullpup. At the IWA 2019 I was at the Weihrauch booth and stood in front of a glass box, or showcase as it is called, and I stared in and didn't believe my eyes. Weihrauch actually made a bullpup version of their HW100 system. This here in front of me is one version in which this gun exists. It has a 41cm barrel, but there's also a carbine version, which is even shorter with a 31cm barrel. If you are asking yourself, 31cm isn't a longer barrel better and more precise? No, with 7.5 joule it doesn't matter, which I already proved with my HW44 video. Just search for HW44 at airghandi.de/en and watch the video on the shooting range, and you will see what you can do with a pistol combined with a rifle scope and how extremely small the spread is over 25-meter distance. You won't see a difference between the 31cm and 41cm barrel. When it comes to higher power, you know, the HW100 Bullpup is available up to 50 joule with caliber 5.5. It could make a difference. Yeah, but not with our F version here, which you are allowed to buy and own in Germany without a gun possession card from age 18 on. Here, it doesn't matter. I'd say I just start now. I have a lot to tell you. First of all, the setup. A Sportsmatch UK mount, a Hawk Sidewinder 6-24 x 56 FFP scope, which is an amazing scope. It looks huge on this gun, but I want to see how precise the gun really is. And yeah, that's why I want to see my target as close as possible over 11-meter distance, just to find out how good it really is. You can already look forward to this because the rehearsal looked really nice. Now just something more about the technology. The gun is very compact, but, and you don't think that from the looks of it, it weighs 3.8 kilogram. One reason is the steel cartridge here. What differentiates the bullpup guns from others is the balance point that is moved further to the back since the system is closer to the body. This means when you are holding the gun it doesn't feel as heavy, or well, I have no better word for heavy compared to a longer rifle where your shoulders are pulled down after a while and your arm comes down. Since you bring the weight so close to your body, it doesn't matter that much. Now let's start at the front. Here you can see, mounted on a 1/2-inch UNF thread, a compensator. There are of course different versions of the HW100 Bullpup. You can, for example, buy it with a silencer. We are selling Donny FL silencers and have an adapter for it. You have to keep in mind, you have a 20mm thread here, which is longer than on most other guns. So you need a silencer that fits on a 20mm thread. Most other brands use a 10mm thread. Yeah, if you have questions, just let me know and I'll check if your silencer fits the gun or not. Next is the steel cartridge, as mentioned before, 200 bar. For the long version, long in quotation marks, for the bullpup with 41 centimeter barrel, it's enough for around about 170 shots, which is a really good result. The short version or carbine version has also a shorter cartridge, and you should end up with round about 120 to 130 shots, which is still also quite a lot. The cartridge can be filled in two different ways. You see the first one here, this, oh come on, this plastic plug, which sits in a quick fill connection. This means you get a 1/8 inch quick fill connection right out of the box. And Weihrauch is really generous here. I don't know of any other manufacturer who does this. Additionally, you get a 5/8 inch connector, so you can fill the cartridge straight from the bottle or from your pump if it has a 5/8 inch adapter. If you have questions here, we have a PCP guide in my shop jabolo.de where you can check, hey, I've got this pump and I want to fill that rifle, which adapters do I need? And you can just find out on the pictures we show there. If there's still something unclear, just contact me. Okay, now for the stock. As you can see, we have a nice soft touch finish. I almost said it feels fluffy, but it definitely feels pleasant to touch. It has a good grip, and you can hold the gun really good, and especially while standing it offers a perfect grip. If you want to shoot it with a hand grip or a bipod, you can attach the Picatinny rail. That's also part of the delivery content. You see the small holes here. And then you have the option to shoot with a grip or to set it down on a bipod. If I could recommend something to Weihrauch, then it would be to make the Picatinny rail 2 centimeters longer, because then my favorite bipod, the Accutech, would fit there. Yeah, but well, that is complaining on the highest comfort level. And next we have a fully adjustable two-step match trigger. We'll do a trigger test later to see which weight is set straight out of the box. People who know the HW44 will see the grip here, which looks a bit futuristic, and it is super comfortable and works extremely well for left and right-handers. Yeah, feels really great and has my full recommendation. In 2020, the HW100 system, which has proven its quality over many years, has been overhauled and some features have been added. First of all, it got a new cocking lever. Owners of an older HW100 system know this lever up until here. What has already been mounted here is the biathlon repeating lever, which is also part of the delivery contents. If you like it, I myself think it's beautiful and really handy, you can also attach it. Apart from the cocking lever, you can now also attach a Picatinny rail on the 11mm prism rail. You can find this option on all the new HW100 models. Furthermore, the outlet block has been optimized. Now back to this model. The magazine is a 14-shot drum magazine. It's the same you know from the standard HW100. Extremely handy. You'll see in the shooting test that you can refill it really fast. You don't have to cock a spring and interloop your fingers. You just have the drum, fill in the pellets from this side, and a rubber band keeps the pellets in place. Magazine back in, push the magazine safety lever forward, and then push back the cocking lever. Man. Since we cocked the system already, I'd say the time is right for the trigger test. I'm just grabbing my trigger weight tester. I set it to kilogram and gram. Take the gun. Let's do it this way so you can see it live. Oh, I'll remove this here for a second. $200 trigger weight. I said it. It's a match trigger. This is crazy. How good you can shoot with it, we'll see in the shooting test. Yes, so it was a hefty bang because we don't have a silencer and there was no pellet in it. The moment you put a pellet in, it gets less loud. How loud exactly we're testing now. Okay, we're done preparing. This is new for us. I just adjust the settings. For a realistic shooting sound, I load 3 pellets. On the magazine you can see a little white marking up here. This is the spot that I place on the upside. Now you see the maximum value. Dirk, can you read it? Can't from here. 88.6 decibel. This is the volume of the gun as it is standing here. I'm now removing the compensator. The compensator is calming the air movement behind the exiting pellet, which raises the precision. How good it works, we'll see in the shooting test. This is just to see what you can achieve with a silencer, Donny FL Koi in this case, but same goes for others. I'll shut up now, I'll just repeat the gun then. And we end up with 75.4 decibel. Oh, I was too loud. No, 75.4. I was so loud that it changed. But you can see it goes down more than 10 decibel. The safety is really special on the Bullpup version. To complete the gun's usability with both hands, the safety is usable from both sides, which is a difference from other HW100 versions. If I'm not wrong, but I don't think I am, it's only on the right side on the other versions. On the back we have the rubberized butt plate. It has a nice grip and attaches very well to your shoulder. Okay, I think technically I talked about everything regarding this model. So now it's time for the next test, the Crony test, to check the power and the consistency of the gun. Afterwards, straight to the shooting test. Have fun, guys! This is the Crony test. I'm using Yang domed Diabolos, 4.5 millimeters with 0.55 gram, and you can buy them at jabolo.de. We're taking 10 shots and take a look at power and consistency. Let's go! Okay, this one will not be counted. And that's it. Like I said, it didn't count one shot. I was shaking a bit, came too close. Now let's check the results. 9 shots, one less, but no problem. Average 7.73 joule. Average speed 168 meters, depending on the Diabolos. These are pretty soft. If you use harder ones from H&N or RWS, it gets a bit slower. From 166 to 170 meters. Spread of 4 meters per second. Average deviation from the median 1 meter per second. I'd say these are perfect results. Let's go and take some shots. Finally, the shooting test. Weihrauch HW100 Bullpup, caliber .177, 4.5 millimeters, mounted on a fully adjustable sports match ATP 92. We are using a Hawk Sidewinder FFP scope with 6 to 24 times zoom. Today I'm shooting, they worked very well in the test run, Qianyang domed Diabolos with the rounded heads and 0.55 gram. I'm fitting a magazine now, which is extremely comfortable. The pellets can easily be pushed in from one side. Nothing has to be pre-cocked or something. Just push the pellets into the small holes where they are held in position by a rubber band. Super easy, and it works really well. You can see it's easy and really fast. Okay, I'm putting it in, magazine safety lever, cocking lever back without any force. Don't wonder, I am not shooting in the middle on purpose. I am aiming at a tiny spot, so we better see how small the spread will be. You just have to believe me that hitting the middle is too easy here. Now concentration, I can see my pulse in the scope, but I'll do my best to get a great result. Okay, let's do this. I'm a bit shaky right now. Repeating takes no effort at all, no force needed. While repeating, the magazine is turned around. Ah, no. Shaking. Well, as you can see, this kind of shooting test can get boring for viewers. When every shot goes in the same hole, you just see a black hole and nothing changes. I could blow a shot, but I don't want to. The pellets also won't produce a bad shot. The Qiangyang Diabolos from China are manufactured extremely precisely. The HW also shoots great with AirGhandi's finest, but in my test the Qiangyangs were a bit better. Yeah, apart from the one I blew, it's pretty boring. The trigger is amazing, of course. Perfectly set up. Something that Weihrauch triggers or the Weihrauch company overall bring to the table is that you never get a building kit. You just get it out of the box and it works perfectly from the first shot. This means even if you have no clue of guns, just take one, get started. Of course, you need a scope, but I made a nice guide for you. Just search AirGhandi scope tutorial on YouTube, where I'm explaining in detail how to connect your scope to the gun. And yeah, if you are afraid of this task, you won't be after seeing the video. You can do this. Yeah, let's do this for another 2 hours. No, we don't. The magazine is empty. Just amazing, right? Apart from the one shot I blew and calling it that is even pretty harsh. I'd say I get the target, we take a close look at the spread and measure it. Okay, I measured it. It's 6.5 millimeters at the widest spot. It is so bad. I can't use this and I'll send back the gun right away because I'm so disappointed. No, seriously. You see on the lower side this tiny hiccup. Otherwise, we would have a 5 or 5.5 millimeter spread. You were probably asking yourself if I shot at the same target at all, but it just went into the same hole again and again. Well, Weihrauch. What's more to say? But the gun is not only good for resting targets, it is also a ton of fun with moving targets, and we'll look at that right now. Shooting at the Shoot Pro. Let's go. Okay, I loaded a new magazine. Distance is 10 meters, it's a bit closer. I activated the illumination in my Sidewinder. Such an epic scope. Absolutely crazy, crystal clear. I love it. Okay, we are shooting at moving targets now. I'll do my best. Let's go. The rabbit sounds nice. Well, as expected, this is super easy, to be honest, and a ton of fun. Let's go for the fox. And the piglet. Great. Man, empty already. Go. Reloading. It's too much fun to stop now. Sorry, but you have to hang in there. Yeah. One more round. I'll see that I hit some other targets now. There's a fox. Didn't hit it a lot before. The doe. The fox. The piglet. the boar, the deer, the rabbit because it sounds good, piglet, the boar again, the deer. Great, isn't it? Ka-ching! If I miss a shot here, it's just my fault. The setup is empty again. I'm requesting a 100 shot magazine. The setup is just too good for the distance. I guess 25 to 30 meters would be better because too good, period. Off to the result. This is the result. What else can I say than brutal, right? Just, yeah, well done. Absolutely crazy. The shooting test is, I haven't had this kind of result a lot, and I have 370 videos online. I tested 110 guns, or probably even more. I don't know the latest numbers. There's no single open wish apart from the little Picatinny rail. The gun is super compact. You can put it in a backpack and take it to the shooting range. You get 170 shots out of it. You can make it ultra silent. You barely heard it with the silencer. The pling from the shooting gallery, I shot on a lead plate, so it is even more silent. It was in the end the loudest sound. Just crazy. The option to mount an 11mm prism rail or use the Picatinny rail, great. Great delivery content. The cocking lever, great. The trigger, phenomenal. 200 gram trigger weight, just insane. The option to load via quick fill of 5/8 inch, great. I think I remembered everything. The gun is made for everybody, for every hobby shooter that wants to get the absolute maximum out of themselves and a gun. I think it's really hard to push it to the limit. If it gets too easy, just shoot standing, and then you have a new playing field. I'm an easy shooter. I enjoy shooting while sitting. It's the most fun to me. This gun is so precise, you can do anything. Repeat fast, shoot moving targets. Amazing. The combination here with the Sidewinder, it looks huge, but on the other hand, you see so much, and yeah, you can see it. I really don't know what else to say apart from I am really excited, and it was so much fun to review it. I'm happy I finally could do it. Yes, 100% recommended, but the results and the data are speaking for themselves, I guess. Thank you all for watching. Go to jabolo.de. We are offering quite a few Weihrauch rifles and pistols. We have great scopes, top-notch mounts, Diabolos, the spread analyzer, all the cool stuff you need. I'm happy if you leave a review at a product you bought, so the next shooter has a second opinion. I hope you'll tune in again next week. I hope you had some fun. I definitely did, which is most important. Just kidding. See you next week. Ciao, servus, das ist AirGhandi.